The PCV valve incorporates a spring-loaded plunger and opens in proportion to the level of vacuum pressure in the intake manifold. A. Agree. B. Disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. The motion of the cam is transferred to the rocker arm, moving it upwards and downwards. This rocker arm motion then forces the valve downwards against the force in the valve spring so that the valve can open. A. True. B. False. C. D. The correct answer is true. The fuel pump in the programmed fuel injection PFI system is located A. Between the fuel filler pipe and fuel tank. B. In the fuel tank. C. On the distributor mounting in the engine compartment. D. On the engine compartment bulkhead. The correct answer is in the fuel tank. The camshaft of a 4-stroke diesel engine running at 1000 rpm will run at A. 500 rpm. B. 1000 rpm. C. 2000 rpm. D. 4000 rpm. The correct answer is 500 rpm. The main merit of a multi-cylinder type cylinder sleeve is A. Smaller engine dimensions. B. Better cooling efficiency. C. High rigidity. D. None of these. The correct answer is smaller engine dimensions. The materials used for cylinder block are A. Cast iron and steel. B. Cast iron and aluminium alloy. C. Steel and aluminium alloy. D. Brass and steel. The correct answer is cast iron and aluminium alloy. The positive plates of a lead-acid battery has A. Lead peroxide PbO2. B. Spongy lead Pb. C. Lead sulfate PbSO4. D. Sulfuric acid H2SO4. The correct answer is lead peroxide PbO2. The path taken by intake air is A. Carburetor or throttle body air cleaner intake manifold intake ports cylinders. B. Air cleaner carburetor or throttle body intake ports intake manifold cylinders. C. Air cleaner intake manifold carburetor or throttle body intake ports cylinders. D. Air cleaner carburetor or throttle body intake manifold intake ports cylinders. The correct answer is air cleaner carburetor or throttle body intake manifold intake ports cylinders. The basic purpose of tire rotation on automobiles is to A. Avoid ply separation. B. Equalize wear. C. Get better ride. D. None of these. The correct answer is equalize wear. Which of the following is not an automobile? A. Motorcycle. B. Passenger car. C. Aeroplane. D. Truck. The correct answer is aeroplane. In a square-type engine, A. Geometrical shape is square. B. Diameter and length of piston are same. C. 2 cylinders are placed horizontal and 2 vertical. D. Stroke length and cylinder bore are same. The correct answer is stroke length and cylinder bore are same. The ignition in a spark ignition engine takes place when the piston is A. Exactly at the T.D.C position on its compression stroke. B. Approaching the T.D.C position on its compression stroke. C. Leaving the T.D.C position on its compression stroke. D. Approaching the T.D.C position on its exhaust stroke. The correct answer is approaching the T.D.C position on its compression stroke. The camshaft is driven by the crankshaft via the timing belt. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. The engine oil is stored in when the engine is not running. A. Oil pan. B. Cylinder head. C. Oil pump. D. Separate oil tank. The correct answer is oil pan. The most commonly used power plant in automobiles is A. Gas turbine, B. IC engine, C. Battery, D. None of these. The correct answer is IC engine. The condition that results in large quantities of co-emission is A. Insufficient air during combustion, B. Insufficient fuel during combustion, C. Low temperature combustion, D. High temperature combustion. The correct answer is insufficient air during combustion. In comparison with a radial tyre, one advantage of a bias-ply tyre is A. Longer life, B. Lower rolling resistance, C. Smoother ride at low speeds, D. None of these. The correct answer is smoother ride at low speeds. The sequence order of events in a 4-stroke engine is A. Suction exhaust power compression, B. Suction power compression exhaust, C. Suction compression power exhaust, D. Exhaust compression power suction. The correct answer is suction compression power exhaust. Which of the following is not a part of the chassis? A. Wheels, B. Front axle, C. Steering system, D. Seats. The correct answer is seats. The capacity of a battery is usually expressed in terms of A. Volts, B. Amperes, C. Weight, D. Ampere hours. The correct answer is ampere hours. Vulcanizing means A. Heating rubber under pressure, B. Spraying with special paint, C. Melting rubber while stirring it, D. None of these. The correct answer is heating rubber under pressure. The engine torque increases with the increase in engine speed up to a certain point, after which it starts to fall down. A. Correct, B. Incorrect, C. D. The correct answer is correct. The instrument used to check specific gravity of acid in a battery is A. Hydrometer, B. Hygrometer, C. Anemometer, D. Multimeter. The correct answer is hydrometer. The material generally used for cylinder sleeves is A. Aluminium, B. Ceramic, C. Cast iron, D. Fiber reinforced plastic. The correct answer is cast iron. When turning a corner, A. The front wheels are toeing out, B. The front wheels are turning on different angles, C. The inside front wheels has a greater angle than the outside wheel, D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. The acid used in automobile battery is A. Hydrochloric acid, B. Hydrofluoric acid, C. Nitric acid, D. Sulfuric acid. The correct answer is sulfuric acid. The rolling resistance is because of the friction between the A. wheel rim and tire, B. tire and the road surface, C. wheel rim and road surface, D. None of these. The correct answer is tire and the road surface. The diesel engine works on A. Otto cycle, B. Carnot cycle, C. Diesel cycle, D. Rankine cycle. The correct answer is diesel cycle. When a gearbox has 4 forward speeds and 1 reverse speed, it is said to be A. 3-speed gearbox, B. 4-speed gearbox, C. 5-speed gearbox, D. 6-speed gearbox. The correct answer is 4-speed gearbox. The basic purpose of providing caster angle on wheels is to A. prevent uneven tire wear, B. maintain directional control, C. bring the road contact of the tire under the point of load, D. compensate for wear in the steering linkage. The correct answer is maintain directional control. When the piston is at T.D.C, the volume above the piston in the combustion chamber is the A. clearance volume, B. Cylinder volume. C. Exhaust volume. D. None of these. The correct answer is clearance volume. In a hydraulic power steering system, the power steering pump is driven by A. Belt driven by camshaft. B. Chain driven by crankshaft. C. Belt driven by drive shaft. D. Belt driven by crankshaft. The correct answer is belt driven by crankshaft. The correct way to rectify an imbalanced wheel is to A. Adjust the tire pressure. B. Rotate the tires. C. Adjust the damper spring tension. D. Attach appropriate weights to the wheel at appropriate positions. The correct answer is attach appropriate weights to the wheel at appropriate positions. The fuel that detonates easily is A. N-heptane. B. Isooctane. C. Benzene. D. Alcohol. The correct answer is N-heptane. When the engine speed increases, the ignition timing must be advanced. A. Yes. B. No. C. D. The correct answer is yes. The main cause for the change in engine oil viscosity is A. Humidity. B. Temperature. C. Vibration. D. Contamination. The correct answer is temperature. The problems caused by the wheel imbalance are A. Hard steering and hard ride. B. Poor acceleration and hard steering. C. Steering wheel vibrations and uneven tire wear. D. Poor acceleration and reduced fuel efficiency. The correct answer is steering wheel vibrations and uneven tire wear. The connecting rod lower end is connected to the relevant of crankshaft. A. Big end. B. Crank arm. C. Journal. D. Small end. The correct answer is journal. The parking brake generally acts on A. Front wheels. B. Rear wheels. C. Front and rear wheels. D. Propeller shaft. The correct answer is rear wheels. The forced-fed lubrication system means that the oil is delivered to the engine by A. Gravity. B. The pressure created by the oil pump. C. Splashing action of the crankshaft. D. None of these. The correct answer is the pressure created by the oil pump. The connecting rod connects the piston and the A. Cylinder head. B. Cylinder block. C. Camshaft. D. Crankshaft. The correct answer is crankshaft. Valve overlap is the number of degrees of camshaft rotation during which A. Both valves are closed. B. Both valves are open. C. Both A and B. D. None of these. The correct answer is both valves are open. The engine's idling speed will increase by a slight degree immediately after a cold engine has been started. It will drop as the engine warms up. And it will eventually reach the standard level. A. True. B. False. C. D. The correct answer is true. The component that is responsible for converting the rotation of the steering wheel into lateral motion is the A. Steering wheel. B. Steering shaft. C. Steering gearbox. D. Tie rod. The correct answer is steering gearbox. The crankcase dilution means A. Dilution of fuel in the crankcase. B. Dilution of oil by water in the crankcase. C. Dilution of lubrication oil by fuel in the crankcase. D. Dilution of mixture passing through crankcase in two-stroke engines. The correct answer is dilution of lubrication oil by fuel in the crankcase. The commonly used antifreeze solution in automobiles is A. Carbon disulfide. B. Ethylene glycol. C. Ammonium chloride. D. Freon 12. The correct answer is ethylene glycol. The indicated power of a 4-stroke engine in watts is equal to where P mean effective pressure in Nm2 L length of stroke in meters, a cross-sectional area of the piston in M2 and N speed of the engine in revolutions per second r.p.s. AP L I N2 BP L I N C2 XP L I N dP L I N4. The correct answer is P L I N2. Engine misfiring is likely to result from A. Spark plug gap too small, B. Spark plug gap too wide, C. Vapor lock in the fuel only, D. Incorrect fuel-air mixture. The correct answer is spark plug gap too wide. The basic part of the engine to which the other engine parts are attached or assembled is the A. cylinder head, B. crankshaft, C. cylinder block, D. oil pan. The correct answer is cylinder block. Which of the following bulb in a car will have the least wattage? A. headlight bulb, B. stop light bulb, C. parking light bulb, D. ignition warning bulb. The correct answer is ignition warning bulb.